This week on We Hate Movies, we're talking about Roy Scheider at his leathery best in Night Game. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadek.
Eric Game.
Jose Canseco.
What in the world? And we hate movies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in, as always. If you're new to the show and you're finding us because you're a huge Night Game fan, this is a comedy podcast where we take a movie, good, bad, or otherwise, and kick it around for a little bit. And indeed, we are kicking off Listener Request Month, our annual You Tell Us What to Watch series, with this Roy Scheider film from 1989, directed by Peter Masterson, you guys.
Wow. If you are a Night Game fan, I would just ask Grandpa, what are you doing out of bed? Go back to bed, Grandpa.
You're not supposed to be up right now. You're not. Then you're going to get up at 4:00, Grandpa, and you're going to want to start the day.
I love Night Game.
I know. You want to get up and talk to all of your other Roy heads out there about your favorite Scheider movie, Night Game. But no, go back to bed.
By the way, big guest today. Nice to see you, Jose.
Hi there. Hello. It's nice to be here. I somehow got up for this. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I have all this money.
What made you choose Jose Canseco there, Chris?
I don't know. It just popped in my head.
Was he an Astro? Probably.
I don't know.
Everyone's an Astro eventually.
But funny enough, I should say, I want to do it right now. If you are listening to this because you're a huge Houston Astros fan, you should probably check us out on May 14th in Houston, Texas. Talk about RoboCop 2. FYI, we're coming to your town, Houston fans.
That's right. The Night Game will be seeing us live.
That's right.
Or if you live in Austin, do that the next day.
Just checked it out really quickly. Jose Canseco never played for the Houston Astros.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
Okay, well, he's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
This is a baseball movie.
He cheated in other ways.
That's right.
Yes.
Which is worse than murder, which we get in this movie. The poster, by the way, rocks.
It's great.
It's a great fucking poster.
It's a spoiler poster, by the way.
It is.
Because half this movie, they're like, what could be making these scratches? I just don't understand it. I'm like, it's a prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
When I walked in, there's a prosthetic arm, and now nobody knows about it.
This is a movie where, I'm not saying it's on the level as Dirty Harry, but it's in the same vein as, like, you kind of know who the killer is the whole time and it doesn't matter.
No,
you
yeah,
know what
totally.
I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you see this fucking fat bald slob with a hook hand.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's the guy, and how's Roy gonna find him?
But the real twist is when that guy turns out to be a former baseball player, and then you're like, oh, right, there were Babe Ruth slob types all over the place.
They're still out there, dude.
That's awesome.
The last time I really paid attention to baseball was probably the mid-'90s. You got your David Wells. That was a big fat hunk of a pitcher.
I love a nice big boy getting up to the plate.
David Wells, total fucking legend.
Yeah. Though we should play the call, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Well, we always forget the calls here because we get right into these. But this was requested by a listener named Ben from Wisconsin. Let's see what he had to say about Night Game.
Hi, this is Ben from Wisconsin. I'm calling to request the 1989 Roy Scheider film Night Game. Had a blast watching this last summer, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it as well. All right? Take care.
You know what? Yeah,
I
enjoyed watching it.
I kind of fun. You could do worse. This was actually kind of a fun little, mangy detective yarn.
Yeah, it does bear. It is crazy. Like I said this on Letterboxd. It is essentially Ace Ventura: Pet Detective if it was a normal detective.
You're so right. You're so right. I literally have a note, Chris, of Laces Out Marino for the end of this movie.
Yes, Floyd Epps. Like Laces hands out, I guess.
Yes.
You find the one-armed killer, or find new jobs.
They stole our Astro. They got him from the tank.
Big difference from the tank.
Yeah.
But big difference being, though, Night Game's 100% no transphobia.
It's true.
Ace Ventura can't say the same
Yes.
thing.
Less
Instead, we have
bigoted.
cradle robbing.
Oh,
Yeah, but you know
overall-
what? Everybody's of age, man.
That's
so
true.
if you got a problem with it, that's your problem.
I'm
man.
only
It's-
saying it because that's a quote from the film.
Yes, indeed, and it's not. It is an overall horniness that infects this film. I would say.
Oh,
There's-
yeah.
I
Big
think it's
time.
everywhere. I don't think it's just Roy Scheider banging
Well,
his child bride.
That's
here.
Houston, baby.
There's
Yes.
something so funny about like the killings are going on, and
Right.
the beleaguered police chief is just like, oh man, you know what, guys, that's it. 18. This is way early in the movie, like the second or third scene. Is like, that's it. 18 hours on, no more drinking beer, and I don't even care if you're, and no one's even watching Vanna White or whatever the line is, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then from then on, Roy Scheider is at his sleepy best, taking vacations, or like he's going out to dinner with his girlfriend. He's coming home at whatever hour. He's having drinks. Don't worry about it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Richard-
the rules for thee, not for me. I
No,
guess.
no,
kind
no.
of
Oh,
a
yeah.
situation.
It's the old. This is what I have to say.
Uh-huh.
He's the chief. He's got to address the room. They got the governor fucking breathing down this guy's
Sure.
neck, man. He's got to do something. I'll go out. I've said this to the guys 100 times. They know it's bullshit. The old, you're going to be working here a lot. No drinking. Please, no drinking. Get out of here. These pigs fucking order a pizza at a crime scene later.
This is absolutely true. And also, keep in mind, Richard Bradford, who plays the chief here, the boss of beautiful Roy Scheider,
Yeah.
is on the verge of having a heart attack the entire film. He
Yeah,
is
dude.
just about there all the time.
Chris, there is the scene where Roy goes to meet him at the bar and this guy's playing pool. And there's a moment where like the dude is holding the pool cue and you just see him go
man.
like,
Yeah.
and I was like, is this guy actually going to have a heart attack right here? Like the stress of the case and the governor breathing down his neck.
Like he keeps asking for like, oh, give him a pill, and it's just aspirin because he's got a headache or Excedrin sometimes. But no, it needs to be heart medication because this guy is sweating, and he looks
Yeah.
like he looks like Mike Starr in the middle of Dumb and Dumber. Speaking
yeah.
of Jim Carrey movies,
Yeah. Well, that's just
pills
Houston,
are
baby.
good. Pills are good.
Oh my God. I do like the opening of this. We got the night game on the TV, little
Yes.
baseball, little sleepy Roy Schneider, you know?
I kind of like. I mean, the weird thing is, like, I mean, I grew up. You know, I'm 40 now. Grew up in the 90s when, you know, my supposed team, the Yankees, were kings. I never got into baseball, but this like 80s kind of baseball, like this, just having it on the radio. It
Yep,
just
that's
there's a
dude, it's-
romance to it.
it's
that I-
better.
You're
It's better.
absolutely right. Like there is romance is the perfect word for it because that is how you can fall in love with the game, right? Like just a shitty radio on. You're kind of doing something. Maybe you're playing pool. Maybe you're fucking drinking a beer on the porch, whatever it is. And it's not the like overproduced Joe Buck baseball broadcast
Yes.
brought to you by whatever the fuck. And we're doing this commercial and this analysis. It's just a gruff dude with probably a ton of chest hair, open shirt, calling a game on the radio.
Yes.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Instead of plugging sitcoms, it's coming up after the game, murder.
I agree with all that, Andrew, except for the part about falling in love with the game. That part I don't think ever happens, really. At least it hasn't happened for me. I think baseball is America's great background noise. It is
Oh,
perfect
come
to have.
on. It's fun.
What on the TV? Do not pay attention to it because it will put you to sleep. But you can drink a beer to it. You can eat a pizza to it.
I could pay attention to it and
I
drink
barely
myself
can.
to sleep. as
Well, there you go.
It's
Chew-
possible to do both, Chris.
And I
walk
have a
and
great-
chew gum. I guess
I've had great times at baseball games.
Oh, hell yeah. And I mean, this whole like, you know, I'm just driving down the road to the game. Like, and also there's something about this movie that because you're not seeing it happen, of course. And it's also 1989. Security's a little different, but like,
Oh, sure.
they're just like going to these games a lot. And it seems like such a natural, I'm going to the game tonight or whatever. And it's not like I'm breaking my fucking bank account to go to the game. I'm not getting my balls busted getting into the fucking stadium. You know what I mean?
I will say this. If it was back in the day and it was like one of those horrible places where you can get like a 10-cent beer night thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
in that case, I would go there because I could possibly get killed. Like,
Chris, I could show you places today you can get killed.
I know that, Eric. I'm not coming over to your house.
well, please, it's a housewarming.
No, fuck you, no.
Oh no!
A housewarming / bloodletting.
Yeah,
ceremony.
sure.
It's just-
yeah.
Yeah, that's because I've always been in basketball and football, but baseball, there's this there is this thing like when you watch like old people just enjoy it. I'm like, I kind of wish I could get into that, but I can't. And I'm like Chris. It does put me to sleep. I do like to go to a game every year. You know what I mean? I'll go to the Met Stadium just about once a year.
Great to drink to, unbelievably great to drink to. But other than that, I can't really see the romance in it.
Everything's great to drink to, including this podcast. I'm doing it right now.
I'm literally drinking a beer right now.
I'm drinking.
But we hear about this fake pitcher Barreto, and he's got to win. It's very important. The interesting plot of this movie, and this serial killer's predilections, such as they are. Barreto on the mound gets the win for the Stros.
Oh my God! And his girlfriend Roxy is pouring.
Roy Scheider's girlfriend Roxy.
Yes,
not Barreto.
Right.
A fiance. Excuse me.
Mike Savers.
Mike Seaver.
Dude, it's hilarious that this guy has the same name as fucking what's his face from Growing Pains.
Kirk Cameron, man.
Kirk Cameron's character.
Oh,
Mike
really?
Seaver. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, it's amazing.
Well, I could never get into Growing Pains. You know,
That's
I see
fine.
these old timers watching it. Really enjoying it.
There's a romance to Growing Pains.
Yeah, exactly. But the champagne overflows in his glass, and we get this great little Roy Scheider, like,
Oh, dude, yeah, his fiance's like accidentally pouring champagne all over his balls. Like, you want to get married? Chug.
Well, yeah. I mean, the saxophone starts pretty quickly.
Oh, hell yes.
Right after the bubbling over. But yeah, very quickly, she is his fiance now. And this, I mean, as much as this is about a killer linked to a baseball pitcher, this is also about this old fuck getting married.
Well, I want to. We don't see the proposal. We see, like it's a sleepy night in his like cop shack there, and she's like, "I can't believe you proposed to me," and she's like, pours champagne, etc. Did he do it during the game, or it's like coming up next, the seventh inning? So, sweetheart, I just want to let you know that you mean a whole lot to me.
Well, that's
your head's on the front of the TV.
Not only was it during the game, Steve, it was during the commercial break of the
game.
Well, she says on September 14th, 1988 at 10:32 p.m. And I'm thinking, like, is she proposing to him or saying propose to me? Because it would line up to the time, right? How late is this baseball game on?
Yeah, no, that's true. I didn't take it as the proposal had already happened, Steve. I took it as this was the proposal.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like,
okay.
I'm spilling shit on your dick. We're getting married, right? Yeah, whatever. The game's on. Get out of the way.
Because he really doesn't care about the fucking wedding shit later on.
But yeah, champagne dick. They're kind of kissing a little bit. We cut to the beach. Because a lot of this also, filmed in Houston, but also filmed in Galveston.
Yes.
We're right on the water. It's beautiful fucking territory here. And there's a sexy lady walking through this boardwalk. And this is like...
Got a real Gozer the Gozerian vibe going on with this outfit.
Big hair. Yep. I totally see all this.
It was working for you? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of course, dude. I mean, you got this lady. You know, she's more attainable than that Yugoslavian model that played Gozer the Gozerian.
Would you say I'm a god or not because you want to get punished? You know what I mean?
Good question. I guarantee you, like when the Ghostbusters fall to the ground, someone's a little bit hard. And the answer is it's Ray.
Dan Aykroyd.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
he's the Ghostbuster with the most erections coming out of that movie, man.
Exactly.
Also, being hit by her lightning bolts, that probably like stiffens certain organs.
Oh, you come instantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
won't last 5 seconds.
Come instantly. One of your arteries just freezes and clogs real quick.
Yep.
The best kind of stuff.
That's what the Frozen Empire is about, or whatever.
Oh man, I hope so.
My pipes are frozen.
They all have heart attacks. That would be great.
So yeah, this lady's walking on the beach. We're getting some like killer POV. The dude's like in his car. There's a lot of like driving on the beach and driving on the boardwalk in this movie.
Lawlessness.
It's crazy.
I mean, the vibes here are very, to my good friend Eric, a TJ Hooker-esque. You know what I mean? Like this,
yes.
This is like a 90-minute Hooker episode.
Good
like, you know what I mean? During Sweeps Week.
Very much so. Yes, definitely.
Now, this was crazy because it comes to nothing. When the day is done here with the motion picture and the credits are rolling, but like this woman turns around and you hear this fella, you hear like a which, by the way, that's him getting his hook hand ready, but it sounds like a gun cocking.
There's something going on there that I'm a little unclear about, because you actually never see him use it until the very end because we're keeping that again a secret,
Correct.
even though that was the poster art, which somebody needed to talk to somebody else about. I think was the thing.
Yes. But so this woman turns around and she says, "What are you doing here?"
Yes.
Kind of as if like she knows this guy, and it comes to absolutely nothing, but she's murdered immediately. Big gash in the neck.
My cup floweth over with things that come to
Jesus.
absolutely nothing in this film.
There
It
had
just-
to be. There had to be another cut of this. Like I refuse to believe there wasn't, because there's so much shit that they're just like, nope, never mind that. Like we'll get to Lane Smith, but this was the first one for
So
sure.
this version was mangled by a hook hand, is what you're saying.
It was an editor with a mangled hook hand.
Yeah, I got to keep those guys out of the editing bay, dude. They keep fucking, split the film where they're not supposed to. But yeah, so she's dead, and here we go. The next morning, Scheider's getting the call here, and it's a really great, like, oh no, not another one. And it's like Scheider picking up the phone, playing a police officer of some kind. It's either another dead girl in this movie or another fucking dead kid from a shark in another movie. I feel like this guy's getting a lot of oh no, not another one throughout his career.
Because even when I was afraid, like when Gleason starts yelling at the chief of police there, I was like, are we gonna like close the beaches? Or you know what I mean? You can't not see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're totally right.
Yes.
Well, the weird thing is he's annoyed because he wasn't the first person called. He's like, you're calling me now? What time did this happen? Oh, it happened 3. Why are you calling? You got to call me first. I'm the top cop or whatever the fuck he
Right.
says.
It's like, and who moved this body? What the hell's happening here? Yeah, because I guess Paul Gleason got there first with his big cowboy hat.
Oh man, and he's pissed to be awake too, because he's had all that champagne last night.
Yeah.
And he's got to
Yeah.
be working that off on the way. I don't even think he has the chance to get himself some egg sandwich into his mouth.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
tough.
there's no fucking greasy food to help you out there. Also, you guys catch this when he gets out of the bed. This Roy Scheider nude colored banana hammock he's wearing.
yes.
That threw
Oh,
me for a loop for a second. I was like, is there full frontal nudity in this movie?
Well,
I
I think
wish.
it's supposed to be that, but
Right.
obviously our TVs are a little bit better than the 80
yeah.
VHS.
They
Now
thought you were-
you're promising me, right, that technology for televisions aren't going to get any better. So when folks are watching this at home, they're still going to think they're seeing my cock, right?
Well, even in this movie, even a new TV doesn't get channel 8.
oh, Channel 8.
Yeah, every TV is supposed to be a little hissy, a little staticky, and that's a romance too, right? there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Look, they're gonna think I'm a Ken doll. I can't have that. You know, that's my legacy right there. They need to see my dick.
I also like the mythology here a little bit. Paul Gleason says he's a burnout because of that bonehead play up in Dallas.
I need
Yep.
to hear that. Without that,
We
I
don't
need to
hear about it, but
There's
I
that-
like that we don't hear
I
about
like
it.
that.
The
Yes.
little mystery. We know that he cocked up some other job, and is that why he's here?
That's why he's
That-
sent down to Galveston Beach Town to be the cop there.
That's fine, but his father, Roy Scheider's
Ooh,
father, running the local mafia?
that's too
Question
much.
mark? Question mark?
that's
Question
too
mark?
much.
Yes.
That's like every time that comes up, which thankfully it sort of like peters off halfway
Yes.
through the movie. You're just kind of like, but that's from another movie.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
not in this movie.
That was first draft stuff. That was stuff that has since been cut.
You could cut all of that out and not lose a beat, but the problem is you'd now be under 90 minutes. And,
Yeah, it's-
sure.
yeah.
But like I mean, get me 105 minutes. You put another 15 minutes onto this movie, you can kind of fix some of that stuff.
I don't know. I want to hear, like, I want Sweaty Chief to fucking sit down and tell, one of the other detectives, the young detective who is, I know his name is Bibbee, but
Yes.
they call him Baby essentially. They all call him Bibby, and I'm like, all right, that's very funny. I get that, but I need him to sit him down and be like, Mike was up in Dallas and he saw a skateboarder and he hates those fucking things. And he just blew this child right away. He just blew him right in the chest right there. He got startled is what happened.
And,
And
the,
he got
and the second shot hit the president right in Daly Plaza.
Oh, that cock up in Dallas. Let me
Yes.
tell you.
It's the damnedest thing. I was trying to shoot this wood pusher dead. Fired wildly into a crowd, accidentally assassinated the president. Don't tell anyone about it.
he keeps on talking about his friend Herbert Walker. And
Hey, Poppy, Roy Scheider's over for Sunday dinner.
Well, I mean, Lane Smith later on, who's part of the CIA, he definitely knows GHW.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
oh, please.
that's true. He's president of the United States at the very moment this movie's taking place.
Part of something that comes to nothing is just because it's a serial killer movie, it needs to do something. He keeps leaving notes in their panties, and
Yes.
in the panties is a note that says "best wishes."
I love
which is
these
kind
notes.
of like
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is because we find out later he was cut from the team or whatever. Maybe that's what happened to him, and he's trying to put it back on the Astros somehow. Some
Well, like
way.
Scheider sort of says that it's like this is his equivalent of signing autographs. Like he'd
Yes.
sign a ball,
I
best
see.
wishes, whatever. This is him giving an autograph
Got it.
for the cops.
It's like old fan mail. I think that's alluded to, but yeah, maybe he's just doing it new.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we get, other. I started thinking that they were setting up multiple killers, but that never came to anything.
Yeah, that was
No,
that's
because all the
somewhere.
handwriting is
Mhm.
different.
Yeah, there's like, oh, the handwriting is a little
Yes.
different here. And I'm like, well,
I-
why?
I would have liked them to like at least like get well soon, kind regards. They all
Yes.
have best in them. Not very original.
Scheider also is convinced that Paul Gleason's character, and he turns out he's correct at the end of the movie, and it's also a thing that is kind of underbaked and doesn't matter in the movie. But he's like, Paul Gleason's definitely crooked. Gleason also, I think, doesn't work for the Galveston PD. He's the sheriff's department, I think is the idea.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
which you
and
can-
we're yelling about where
Jurisdiction.
Yes.
where jurisdiction, where did this take place? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It's the county. No, it's
yeah.
it's
Yeah. I love the chief going, well, like the crime scene's like totally fucked up. We've moved the corpse, all this stuff. And it's like, well, nothing more we can do here, I guess. And the chief goes, well, at least we got two things. He's got a taste for blondes, and he's got nice handwriting. Just the kind
And-
of useless information we
mean-
could use here, Chief. Thank you.
6 or 7 more of these. We're gonna crack it. You know what I mean? We're gonna let these bodies pile up.
Yep.
No one's in a rush. Just there's
Yeah.
6 or 7 more of these.
Later on, when Lane Smith comes in, he's like, "Why don't we just do like have a decoy and follow them?" And Roy Schneider's like, "No, it's got to be real. Okay, a girl actually has to die. All right."
I mean,
Well,
no,
what
we,
does he says something about like it's pointless to try to like catch him like that because he's changing and
Right,
like
he's evolving by
Yes,
having
yeah.
slightly different handwriting sometimes.
sure.
But so Scheider is like, okay, let's go to this dead woman's apartment. Her name's Loretta.
Uh-huh.
Goes in, spies another lady in this apartment. And dude, this is a great because they're sort of suspecting here that this Loretta was maybe a woman of the night here. And Scheider goes, "Were you and Loretta in the same industry?"
Yeah. Cleaning pipes.
Were you prostitutes?
Uh-huh.
Prostitute.
Did you know? I'm not saying the whole thing, but just say it.
So he arrests her for vague reasons here.
You could just if you're a prostitute, if you've ever been a prostitute, you can get arrested at any time. That's
That's
it.
Yeah,
right.
That's the
I
rules.
guess so.
He
It
says
comes to nothing.
he's
though.
like suspicious of her being sent there by someone to snoop around because I guess
Yes.
they're also suspecting there's a pimp that is doing this.
Mhm.
I don't know.
that's I think you're right on
Which-
that. And as it turns out, yeah, all these women are working apparently for Paul Gleason, who's the pimp at the end of the movie.
Right. The
Spoiler
like a
alert.
5-second line that comes then we don't even address it afterwards. I would have loved to
No.
see I don't
He'd get
know.
arrested or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
like-
A stinger scene of him in prison. meeting up some new guys, maybe Morbius is in there or something.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
Vultures in there.
Doc Ock and the
Yeah.
pimp.
It's like next
You-
time.
Yeah,
Sure.
you want to get sinister, all 6 of us.
Uh-huh.
We got this scene where we're doing like a slideshow of all the victims and the injuries or whatever, and I love Baby the New Guy. It's just the Chris Farley line from Tommy Boy. New guy's in the back puking his guts out.
Yeah.
Like this dude is just holding back the chunks while it's like looking at all this really graphic slashed neck footage and everything. It's like, and you see, it starts at the ear and goes
Yes.
right down through the jaw.
Meanwhile, Roy is loving it. He's so leaned back in this chair watching this stuff. It looked so comfy.
He's having
Oh, yeah.
popcorn. He's having a
Oh,
day
yeah.
of it.
Oh yes.
The only better of this is like when he's back at the slideshows later and it's him alone just smoking in that room, just
nice.
looking at all this dead girl photography and whatnot.
Back when we had freedom and we could do that.
But yeah,
it's like 6 pictures that we're looking at over and over again. And like, this is
Yeah.
all of the evidence that they have. I'm sorry. This has been going on for weeks. Gentlemen, get your shit together.
Yeah, but they get, they kind of get some clues here, like, oh, is it a knife, a cleaver? Oh, what about
Yeah.
a hook, like a longshoreman's hook? So
Yeah.
now they're like
Right.
suspecting dock people.
So they
yeah.
are wrong for most of this movie.
Oh, sure.
It's just completely wrong.
just completely wrong.
I kind of like that though. That's what kind of makes it like a TJ
Oh, yeah.
Hooker thing. Like you're checking out all these suspects, and most of them are not going to be,
right.
Oh yeah, I mean Roy Scheider did. There were a few movies. He did another movie around this time called The 7 Ups. That was kind of
Oh
like this.
yeah. The 7 Ups is a better movie than this.
It
but-
is.
delicious on ice.
Get a little whiskey in there, dude.
Is that the
Little-
one that
not
every 7 years they keep making it? Is that
No,
the
that's
one?
Sierra Mist,
Oh, okay.
which is now Starry.
Starry, yes.
My
Oh,
God.
that's the same thing. Oh,
I
did
think
not.
so.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I
I-
think they
I think s-
rebranded it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Sprite is still alive, and 7 Up is still around, I think. But Sierra Mist became Starry.
But
we
I
we
think-
did execute the 7 Up guy though. The
yeah,
little
the
7 Up
Spot.
guy.
Yeah, no, he was
executed.
hanged in the town square.
Yeah, we got rid
No,
of him.
I think Steve was referencing an actual documentary series, right?
Yes,
Right?
Yeah,
7
yes.
Ups.
the
Yes.
Michael App, the app.
Mhm.
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
7 Up, 14 Up, 21 Up.
Right. It's
and
like
so on.
Boyhood, but sadder or something.
Oh,
Much
dude, a couple of those people have
Yeah.
hard lives, and indeed now, apt to pass, so it's done. But like, a couple of them like died off like while they're still making the movie. It's they are
Nice.
tough watches. Those movies.
Nice twists and turns.
I love the. Oh come on! I love the guy who's I guess he's just the all around like universal cop technician, forensic technician guy. That his name Dale. And
Mhm.
this whole scene, it's like, back that up, Dale. Yeah, hey, Dale, can you go over here, Dale? And then even the chief is like, Dale, can you get my aspirin? A glass of water, Dale. Hey, Dale. We just saying Dale. Oh, I loved it.
Oh yeah, the guy's like he's a technician because he knows how to operate the Kodak like carousel.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the main thing he's had. Some of these, they are really grisly. I was kind of
Yes.
surprised the throat shots.
Honestly, some of these I was like, did you just like get these from
Yeah.
some sort of like forensics file?
Ooh,
or
I hope
whatever?
so.
Wouldn't be
Well-
surprised.
Well, that's what's sort of weird about this movie is it's sort of, I mean, again, like it's paced like a TJ Hooker movie episode rather, and it's got like all, but it does have this slashery part to it. And it's kind of like, which is sort of, you're seeing the killer POV. There's like some really pretty good gore effects here and there,
Yes.
but not often.
No, I mean it's a weird. This is the thing. It's a horror movie where the cop is the main character, which doesn't happen. Like
Mhm.
that's pretty rare that the actual cop in charge of a slasher
Right.
is the main character, but that's what this is. So the tone isn't like as like grim as slashers tend to be.
Yes.
Like it's more
Yeah.
like I'm hanging out getting drunk and beers and like maybe fucking the daughter of the lady I used to fuck.
Oh yes, we should get into that.
We'll get there. So yeah, the chief sort of brings him in, and he's like, "Look, we got to stop fucking around because Lamar Witty, which we learn is Lane Smith, has been assigned by the governor to like take a look at the case or whatever. So we got to stop fucking around, man. Because listen, Roy Scheider, he's gonna come in. It's gonna be you're not cleaning this up fast enough, and then he's gonna take over or whatever."
Yes, and Lane Smith is supposedly former CIA, so you think he's going to do something, but obviously those guys don't do jack shit, so it comes to nothing.
We see, he has like 3 scenes, one of which is he's called like, well, I'd like to help out on the case. Anything you need, I just gotta go out of town for a couple days. And it's like,
DJ's like, I'm going to DC. I'll be back here in the movie in a couple of hours.
The chief is like, we got this case. We need 2 days at least. Lamar, you gotta find.
he is
Guy's just grabbing his chest in every scene.
he is sweating desperately in this movie over and over again, and you're like, "Are
Yes.
you okay, sir?"
I
No,
think
he's
It's
not.
guys,
wild.
we're going to be sweating just as much at the Houston Improv.
Yeah, we haven't hit that stage before, man. I don't know how physically close we're going to be to the lights. That's totally possible.
Mm.
A lot of sweating is going
Also,
to be
the
happening.
humidity, the stickiness.
Sure.
Sticky icky.
But this is where he is like, he goes out to give the big 18-hour speech or whatever, and he's like, where the hell's Bibby? And it's like, oh, Bibby had to go home because he threw up on himself and he needed to go change his shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you know what?
man, you got to fucking ask. You got to be put in for a transfer after that because you're just going to be puke guy.
Maybe you need to be a traffic cop. That's going to be your move.
The lowest of the low.
We sent baby home. We're going to go change his nappy. We'll see how that does him.
We got 2 lieutenants on him changing that nappy. He'll be back here.
He'll be fine. Get him his binky, too. We need that.
But this is where we do learn that, yes, Roy Scheider is marrying his high school fuck buddy's daughter.
Amazing.
It's so good.
It's almost like marrying your own daughter.
You see, Karen Young is the actress as playing the daughter, who is hilarious named. You may know her as the FBI agent in The Sopranos who was running Adriana for a little while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't recognize her as that.
And then other stuff. I mean, she's been around for a long time. She's in 9.5 Weeks.
She's in fucking Jaws the Revenge. She is a Brody.
She
So-
is in Heat, the 1986 version with Burt Reynolds.
Oh,
And
is she
stuff.
really?
She plays a prostitute in that, I think.
Also in what the fuck is that? Oh, it's the shithead piece of human garbage Rob Cohen's Daylight
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Of course.
with it's a Stallone, right? Yeah.
Stallone in a
Holy
tunnel.
Crow, did
Yep.
you guys? I just pulled up her Wikipedia. My lord, she was married to Tom Noonan, and they have 2 children.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, they
Married
got-
to Tom Noonan, that's got to be something.
Oh yeah, they got divorced a few years later.
Well, because I mean, it's just unsettling to be married to Tom Noonan.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
those kids are just immediately taller than you.
Everywhere you go, it's a haunted house.
Like, how are you giving birth to something that's taller than you immediately? But it happened.
You have to unfold. They unfold as they come out.
But she's like, "Oh, mom, don't be, I'm so excited to be engaged, blah blah blah." Then she's like, the mother just my jaw was on the floor. She's like, "Hey, remember we used to dance the sock hop, and now you're marrying my daughter?" And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh."
Yes, I am, Alma. How you doing, Alma? Nothing is so he meets her at the she's working at the carnival. It looks like
It's whatever this boardwalk
Yeah,
is.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
corny
okay.
culture, dude. The whole
Mhm.
town. It's the industry.
and it seems like she just found out about the marriage, and as Roy Scheider's like, so what do you want to do tonight, honey? And she's like, let's go dance, and he's like, all right, I'll see you dance. We'll see you at 7:30. Also, Alma, why don't I give you a thrill and take off your panties? How about that? Did anybody get this line?
It's a weird line because it's like a very.
I'm trying to find the scene in my
It's-
notes because we just jumped way
I
ahead
do
in
have
the
this
movie.
one line before that is who'd have thought that when we were doing the dirty bop together
That's
at
it is.
Ball High School that you'd grow up to be good enough to marry my baby.
Well, and then
Woof.
The
and
dirty
then-
bop, by the way.
Ball High School. I'm sure maybe it's a real thing.
Balls Deep
Maybe.
University.
Oh, is that what she's? Yeah, maybe she means remember when the nut sacks were everywhere in high school?
when we went to Schlong High.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Schlong High.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That was
I like
That
fantastic
senior
time.
year, you were transferred to scrotum.
But that scene ends when he's leaving. He's like, can I give you a ride somewhere? Can I give you a thrill in your underwear or something?
Oh, I
Okay.
remember the thrill. Maybe
Yeah,
I missed the underwear.
It's the
line,
weirdest line I've ever. Like you're like, and she says something like, "You're being fresh out
but-
there,"
well,
and I'm
he is. My God, this guy. He sampled both the goods and he's hinting at it.
yes,
That's insane.
Yeah,
in
I mean
front of
that's
them.
one of those things you need to just. Everyone needs to shut. Even if it's true and it really happened, she
sure
can't
it
talk
did.
about it. He can't talk about it ever, ever, ever.
no,
Yeah.
you bury that shit.
Mhm.
Or maybe you don't marry your high school sweetie's daughter, Dirter.
That is really what you should be doing. But honestly, you don't want to turn into old boy, do you?
Yeah,
You want this
also,
You don't.
situation to
That's
happen?
true.
the dating pool is so small too, right? Like it's Roy Schneider or Floyd Epps. We'll get to him.
I love that you keep calling him Schneider, and that's not his name.
What's his name?
Scheider.
Scheider. There's no N there.
Well, there is now.
He's gonna haunt your ass, dude. How about that?
I think it's because I knew a family with the N in there.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, you
yeah.
knew some Schneiders, did you?
Yes,
knew
yes,
Rob?
Yes.
Oh, you're a
Is-
friend of Rob's.
Is
Okay.
this the one? Didn't you guys get kicked out of his last film by the widow Scheider? Am I
Oh
wrong?
no, we just left loudly.
Yes, Andrew and I saw his last movie, and the widow Scheider.
Scheider, yeah.
The widow Scheider was there, and when we got up to leave, it made a big enough scene that she looked back in disapproval. So.
She caught eyes with both of us, seemingly at the same time, which was impressive, and was not thrilled. And maybe looking back on it, it was rude, but also that wasn't a good movie.
No.
Well, sure, that might very well be, but that's not. You shouldn't have brought fondue in there to begin with.
Yep,
That
was
was
our
probably
mistake.
spilling it all over as you leave. Of course, you're going to get some eyes on you.
That was such a weird movie, though. It was like he was like a NYPD cop and Holocaust survivor at once.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he was a Holocaust survivor who was going back to Germany to kill the Nazi that had operated the part of a camp he was in.
Sounds
or something
great,
like that.
doesn't it? Right? But then you watch it.
And it's just it was a no budget. He was probably fucking lured under false circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, come do this movie with us, sure.
Yeah.
And you're like, this isn't real.
Is he standing up at any point? I really hope not.
He was. I mean, he's like the main character of the movie. He's walking around leathery
No,
as ever.
no.
Well, I mean, he's.
Yes,
I mean,
few
look, that's,
standing scenes for sure.
this
Oh,
is
no.
sort of. I mean, I guess I'm curious about like after what happens after Night Game, because obviously, you got Jaws, you got your all that jazz, huge movie
yeah.
for him, and he's
French
fantastic.
Connection. He's
French
great in.
Connection he's in Clute as that pimp, which kind of rules.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Sorcerer, he's amazing in. But then you got. I'm trying to think. He's in the Punisher movie. I forgot. He's like
Yeah.
Grandpa Punisher, which is a movie that I want to watch
Oh my
with Roy
God.
Scheider.
He did a Meryl Streep movie, Still of the
but-
Night. That's really bad.
But just nothing in the look. The 90s. The 90s were not kind to our friend here. Is what I'm getting at.
No. So they run down like a long list of suspects that they think, and most of these dudes are like already in jail or whatever. There's one guy that they call out the name, and he's like, "Oh, that was an old friend of my father's." And the chief's like, "He's a deviant. He collects panties." To which Roy Scheider, defending this dude, says,
Yes.
"He's harmless. He's just a sniffer."
Just a sniffer.
Oh, what? The Pecan Park poisoner? Yeah, he grew me up. He was my uncle. Yeah, we knew each other back in the day. No, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
He's just listen, madam, just let him sniff them. Now he's gonna move on. He sniffed it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna press charges, and neither are you.
It's like when you're confronted with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, dude. You just freeze. It can't see you, and it'll move on.
And I forget who introduced. Not only, his friends with your father, but then somebody else says he was the muscle of the outfit. Like, and again, I'm like,
Yes.
what
Right.
is this? What I mean, it is definitely one detail too much. Like him being a washed up AAA baseball player that's a detective. I totally buy that. It's kind of cool. It fits with the baseball part of the movie. Him being ex-mafia royalty that is
Yes.
also
Yeah.
now.
And why would you, if he fucks up in Dallas, let's send him back to where he's got that huge conflict of interest. Let's do that.
My one issue, I think that is a load-bearing storyline, though, because you take that out, because I would like you if you took that and all of the Alex Lynch shit that comes up later when we finally meet this guy and he's on the house near the right on the beach right there, and then in the jail scene especially. I want both those things out of here, but then you're like down to 70 minutes, and like you're not releasing that movie.
So they go to see this dude Donnie, who they're like, "Oh, wait a second, this guy's out. Might not have an alibi here." So they go down to this dude, and he's he seems like kind of disabled, like he's just working on a construction crew kind of a thing.
Yes.
And Scheider's talking, there's where were you on this night or whatever. He's like, "Oh, I was drunk in Houston. There's no way I could have been back here to do it or whatever." I like the old, like, it couldn't have been me because I was drunk in another town. Pretty awesome alibi.
That's my alibi every night, my friend.
Yes. I was alone, a drunk where no one could see me. Yes, that's my alibi. And then this is where this guy says, Like
Yes.
what? Because it's like, Donnie, you're a sick guy. You shouldn't be allowed out in public. Well, what about Roxy? Aren't you reaching into the cradle?
Ah, see?
Yes.
And he
Does he-
knocks him one, doesn't he? For
smacks
that?
him.
He
Yes,
does,
yeah.
yeah. Well, because like Scheider tries to go at this guy, and he's like, your girlfriend that was murdered was only 17. You're a sick fuck. And he says, yeah, aren't you robbing the cradle? To which Roy Scheider slaps this guy in the face.
And he says, next time I'm going to close my hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, dude.
Classic case, dishing it out, can't take it. I every time.
That's
Gets you every
true.
time.
That's true.
And he, I mean, again, like, which is amazing. So, like, that's the first interview. And then because this guy was muscle for his dad,
Right.
he goes to this guy's like houseboat, this other guy's houseboat, Alex is his name. And he's like, you got to get out of town. I'm like, this is way not okay.
Bad news for you, Alex. My boss thinks you rip women apart.
So
What a
it is
line.
this weird, but it's weird though, because he still carries the like heft and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
what he says has weight in that way of like, you're gonna get the fuck out of here and you're never gonna come back to this town. And I'm not saying it as a police detective, I'm saying it as a pseudo third string mafioso.
Exactly. And there's this line too of Alex, like, oh, Mikey, remember we used to toss you around like a satin pillow.
I would not be bringing that up in front of him anymore. That
He's-
could trigger some mememories.
He's
there,
going to close his hand. I mean, but the thing is, like, if you were really a detective, you'd be like, hey, Alex, you would question, like, so just let me know, where were you on Friday? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
all right, you didn't do anything. Like, even if you believe that he didn't do it, telling him to get out of town is like literally actually interfering with an investigation. This is
And
like
you're making it worse
a
for
crime.
that guy.
Yes.
Yes. It's like you are suspected of killing all these girls. Oh, and you fled the town.
Exactly.
Go see our friends in Pittsburgh, okay? They'll take care of you
Yep.
for the weekend. Don't
Exactly.
They got a safe house for you. And no, I am not a criminal. That is not what I am.
Oh, did someone say safe house? Yes, come stay with me, Alex Lynch. I have quite the safe house.
Oh, you're an assassin come to kill me, aren't you?
You better not touch my motherfucking lilies.
They could do drills together. It'd be beautiful.
That's true. So one of the, I think, most successful sequences in this movie, and indeed the one that feels most like a horror movie, is right here. We go back to the boardwalk. There's a couple of bubble babes having a nice time, and they want to go on this fun house.
Yes.
And so it's these two girls, Lorraine and Beverly. They go into this fun house.
Ooh,
and-
Beverly.
Oh, hello. Oh, don't go in that fun house, Beverly. You might not come out.
Yes, last time I took Beverly to the fun house, Wesley came out.
Oh, holodeck, 1980s Lower Galveston. Have a little Astros game on the radio. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is kind of romantic. A screened-in porch, a little synth hall. This is pretty good.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome, man.
And my fucking kingdom for a screened-in porch, dude. God damn.
A holodeck.
Well,
I would like
also,
that.
sure, yeah, give me a holodeck. That's fine too. But yeah, so this dude strikes in this fun house in like the Hall of Mirrors thing. It's pretty great. They're playing like, oh, can you find me kind of a thing, and then like this dude comes out of nowhere, kills this woman,
The blonde,
then
notably
the
a blonde.
yes.
Yeah.
And then there's this other woman, Beverly, who sees it happen, and it's like, uh-oh. And then he attacks this woman. And now this is another thing that fucking just gets totally dropped. When we're there, the very next scene is examining the crime scene. And Roy Scheider definitely says that the second woman wasn't dead. There's some line about like, we're not going to be able to talk to her for a little bit or something like that. And I was like, ooh, he left one alive. This woman might have information, because he says like the guy, the woman saw the guy head on or something.
Yes,
Saw his face.
Well, this is what happens actually. So that happens, and in the next scene, I think the chief is even talking to either the governor or whomever, is like, yeah, no, we've got a live witness. It's going to be great. And then what you call it, Scheider comes in and gives him a very light shake his head no, i.e. she just died.
I
yeah.
completely missed that.
I mean, it's so subtle and it's so whatever, but like that's kind of like the thing is like she is alive for a second. They also, by the way, this woman, because like, oh, she doesn't fit the profile. She's not blonde and she's overweight. And I'm like, no, she's not. Like,
Dude, I raised the font on my notepad to make a bigger question mark around that.
like she's like
What are you
rail
talking
skinny.
about?
Like she's not blonde. Absolutely. That's the way you do your little
That's
she
it.
doesn't fit the profile, blah blah blah. But no, like, and she's overweight.
Which it's insane because you look at these two women and all I could think was which one is doing more blow on the set of this movie.
Nope. She doesn't twist in the wind. She's not skinny enough. I'm sorry.
You couldn't lose her between the couch cushions. She's fat.
I do, yeah. I mean, I do like that murder scene. It's pretty cool watching them both get.
It is the
Gas.
funhouse mirror, and then seeing the killer's face pretty
Yes.
openly here.
Yes.
But coolly distorted,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
which is neat. But then it's like that's when I realized that, you know, you guys do too. Like, oh, it doesn't matter who this dude is. That's not what it's not going to be a like who done it scream reveal kind of thing.
But if you were watching it for the first time, you would immediately be confused because like, well, the first lady like knew him. Like,
Yes, yeah.
like was like very much like, oh, it's you. So like,
Right.
I am waiting to see somebody. Like, there's some elements of, but like as you find out, no, that doesn't matter at all. That doesn't fucking matter at all.
This is character actor Rex Linn, most famously to me anyway, and to people from this show. The heavy from Cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
I think he's Lithgow's number 2.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Big
for
baldy
him.
with a big mustache.
Yeah. He's all over the place, this guy.
Pretty cool. I mean, he at least appears to still be doing stuff. He's got a picture. His IMDb picture is him in front of a fairly, recent Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh,
Step
shit.
and repeat. So he's around.
He was one of the, I think one of the bad guys in The Postman. That's awesome.
Oh, right.
He's in Breakdown. He's in a lot of Drop Zone.
He was
Wild
just
Shark.
he was just in Blast from the Past.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Django Unchained as well. This guy's done a
Oh,
ton.
no, this is it. The highlight of this career, the jewel in the crown of this man's career. He is Principal Peterson in Young Sheldon.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Wow.
how
Yeah.
many episodes there? 7,000.
24, man.
No,
Okay.
nope. Worked with Carpenter and Friedkin. No, sir. Worked with Young Sheldon. No. Yeah, please.
He plays a dude on Better Call Saul that's a pretty decent character that
Okay.
kind of gets a little fucked over at one point. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's all right. Interesting. Yeah, no, he's pretty good for what little he
Gets
has
in
to
this-
do in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
But so like, and again, like they're like, all right, 18 hours on, blah, blah, blah. Roy Scheider just takes his new child bride out for drinks. They're having a great time. We're dancing at the bar.
Absolutely. One quick thing, Steve, just not to go back, but we just got to point out when it actually happens. That funhouse scene. So picture the funhouse scene, ladies and gentlemen at home.
Mhm.
Broken glass everywhere, two
yeah.
bodies, someone written, better luck next time or whatever in blood on the fucking mirror and everything. This is where the dude orders a pizza to the crime
Yeah.
scene.
Nice. I
A
love
little
this movie.
peckish. Just a little peckish at the murder scene.
Kielbasa and jalapeno pizza delivered to this crime scene. A joke from a fucking like Ninja Turtles
Yes,
episode or
absolutely.
something.
Yeah, give me the kielbasa jalapeno pizza,
It
man.
sounds awesome. I gotta say.
I've never had such a thing. I've never heard of kielbasa on a pizza before.
Had kielbasa on a pizza in Hawaii, and it was really good. They substituted it for ham. I don't know if they ran out of ham or they just do that, but it was delightful.
I would
It just
like
seems
to
a
try
little
it.
big. I mean, I guess you have to like cut
You
it
cut
all the
it
way
up.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a slice. You slice it thin there.
I mean, listen, I'm having pizza tonight, and I'm pissed off that I don't have like a little sleeve of kielbasa in there that I can slice some up on.
What are you, fresh out?
Fresh out, dude. Honestly, yeah. When did I recently? I bought some kielbasa recently. What the fuck was that for? Oh, we had like a friend over for dinner, and I was buying. You have someone over to your house for dinner. You have some snackers available.
Oh, sure.
before-
A little
before the meal.
charcuterie would be nice.
Yeah.
And I bought a thing of fucking kielbasa, dude.
It's a
Our-
great
Our
sausage.
dinner guest and Chelsea ate none of it. I ate this entire thing over the course of like 2
Nice.
days.
Dude, it's
Just some late night chomping on it. Put it back in the fridge for later.
underrated sausage, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Underrated.
I've been known to go
Hell yeah.
through one by myself as
Mhm.
well.
Absolutely.
It just happens like that. Do not, under any circumstances, give this pizza to the captain, the chief there guy.
Oh, no.
He will explode like the man from Monty Python. He will just blow out right there, like wafer thin stuff.
There's a quick thing that happens right here. It winds up leading to something bigger later, but this dude Bill Essex from the Daily News sports page comes to the station and tells Roy Scheider that he received a phone call at the newspaper. I love this. He's like, Now, I'm not a crime desk guy. I'm the sports dude, but someone called my desk and said that last night's murder was a total accident and not his fault.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to let you. Could you let the police know? Because I don't have their number. I don't.
And this guy and our hero Scheider's like, yeah, that's great. Nice talking to you. Talk to you soon. And that's it. It just does not.
Oh wait, come back here. Come back here. You think the Stroh's got a chance this year?
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. I'll talk to you later.
Anyway, I would like to go home and fuck my young bride. Could anybody do this for my job for me, please?
I can't go to the fuck my young bride just yet because I have to go to my favorite bar and loudly talk with this coroner
Yeah.
about the gory details of these autopsies. And it's so great because he's like, he says to one of the other cops or something, he's like, I gotta go. I have a meeting with the coroner, is what this dude says. Cut to this bar. Amazing.
Nice.
I mean, that it is. This is when you know you're the sick pup because I'd be like right next to him, be like, what is he saying? Oh, yeah, because you're hearing grisly details of this autopsy that happened, and there's two people at the end of the bar who are about to vomit everywhere.
This woman complains to the bartender, and I mean, I don't know, lady. I don't know. You don't know what's going on. First of all, you're at this skeezy fucking bar, and you're telling me you're going to be like, excuse me, bartender, can you ask those two guys to stop talking about gross things? Look around you. Look where you are.
Yeah.
Well, the guy, the coroner is he's got like a megaphone. He's talking a little loud.
Yeah.
Is he mentioning like, you're not going to believe this? Both virgins.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Wouldn't you know it? Virgin.
Which is, it's surprising, I guess, because so far he's just mostly killed prostitutes. So.
And it's
Well,
amazing because I cracked their rib cage open with my bare hands, and then I found the heart underneath it. What is that?
Is that how you check for a virgin?
That's back in the old days.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we know back in the witch days.
This is where it's the coroner that calls this Beverly woman fat.
Yes.
Right here. It's like, and the one difference here, police officer, is that he killed a fat girl.
Yeah,
And you're
get a
like,
fucking
"What?"
mirror, dude.
Oh wait, was she a great big fat person? Oh, wow.
I do love the bartender just being like, excuse me, fellas, could you keep the murder talk to a minimum, please? It's great. So there's this fucking, my dad was in the mafia storyline. Paul Broussard, who is or Broussard, who's Paul Gleason's character.
Kyle Broussard.
Kyle arrests this Alex, the bum muscle fisherman guy here.
Ugh.
And you see what's going on here because the guy, he clearly has like something not quite right about him in the noggin, and you can see Broussard kind of like going in for the false confession kind of thing.
Yeah, he's acting like Rocky in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's been taking a couple too many hits to the head. What I've decided the thing they need to add here is I need to know more about Paul Gleason's character.
Anything.
He's kind of the problem here. It's like he keeps on coming in and being this antagonistic force against Roy Scheider. And I know nothing about him other than in the background, somewhere back there, he's a pimp. I don't know, like, what it has to do with this, but he is a pimp.
You almost, I mean, honestly, like, the movie's probably better if he's the killer. Just, you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's a little,
honestly.
it's a little cleaner. It's a little like, oh, okay, then that guy, those scenes kind of added up to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
those girls were fucking skimming off the top or whatever, and I had to straighten it out. Well, it's funny because I was like, okay, Paul Gleason and Lane Smith are both in this movie. And, they're kind of big. I was kind of doing like Law and Order math.
Sure,
and
yeah.
I was like, well, they're the two, the biggest stars outside of Roy Scheider in this movie. So it's got to be one of them. And then I was like sort of deducing, well, Lane Smith in other parts of the country, traveling, probably not. Gleason here all the time. It's kind of got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the misnomers of the handwriting samples being different and
Right.
Or like maybe he's unleashing this guy on.
Oh yeah, go get him.
Or killing women on the side that that are part of it, but like, kind of like, oh, I can sweep it under the rug. You know what I mean? If I use the other killer's MO kind of a thing. Like,
Right. Yeah, I can kill all the prostitutes that are competition for me and my prostitutes.
Oh, that'd be great.
But he also seems to be the one that knows the most about Mike and Mike's father's history of crime. Like, I just want more from this character because he seems to be explaining all the issues that I'm having problems with right here.
Oh yeah, no, well it's like if that was the movie, you got a kind of good like corrupt cop whatever movie there, but we're doing the hook-handed murderer movie instead. It just seems like we had a lot of ideas on this movie and parts of all of them made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just looking up
Mishmash.
really quickly here. Okay, so surprisingly, only 2 screenwriters on this movie, men named Spencer Eastman and Anthony Palmer, based on a story by Spencer Eastman also.
Wait, the screenwriter of Kansas?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Oh,
right,
really?
Right, because
Oh,
we
wow.
see Kansas on the marquee of the theater in the movie. We're having fun, folks.
Wait a second, though, you guys. Wait a second. What a connection I just made. The co-screenwriter of this movie, who, yes, wrote the director's other movie, Kansas.
Is the killer.
No, he passed in 1988, but at one time, I don't know how long they were married, he was married to fucking Carol Potter, Cindy Walsh.
Wow.
Which one of these guys? Eastman or Palmer?
Spencer Eastman. He died before this movie came out, 19th of April, 1988. He passed away
Oh,
at the age of 47.
Palmer plays Mendoza in this as well.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, Eastman married
Died young.
married
my
to Carol
God.
Potter. Yeah, lung cancer, 47. Christ. Wow, what a fucking odd connection that was.
I feel bad for Carol.
I was going to say, Mendoza's the greasiest of them all. That's great.
I love that there's a fucking Detective Mendoza, man, because in my head, I'm just doing Mendoza
Yes,
Oh, yeah, man.
exactly.
over and over again. But yeah, so Scheider is like, get this fucking dude out of here. He's not the guy. He says, you just got dealt some rotten cards, he says to him. And that whole scene, the way Roy Scheider's acting in that scene, the way he's really giving it to Paul Gleason, all of that is good and 100% from a completely different movie. Because Roy Scheider is not giving that kind of performance in any other scene in this movie.
No, except when he punches him in the face a little bit, but that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. And so we're going around. I think at this point, is this the TV scene or
this is we're doing some driving on the boardwalk. He picks up Roxy. He's got some I'm sorry lingerie that he bought her or whatever. And this is where they go home and he finds the front door open and it's the big like who's in the house and someone mysteriously jumps out the window. And this, he says, we're told that this was Paul Gleason sent someone over to the house to look through.
Because what he's looking for, what he takes from the first prostitute is her diary or whatever you want to call it. Her journal and
appointment book.
It's the customer directory.
And he's like, oh, he even goes to Mendoza and is like, run these numbers for me. Let me know if there any numbers pop out that are interesting, kind of a thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, because it comes to be that Paul Gleason is one of those numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, so that's why Paul Gleason is at his house. But he shame on nobody knows. Nobody has any idea.
Right.
Yes,
Nobody
yes.
knows.
You could just as easily believe that this would be the killer, but we're actually in the other movie that's inside this movie.
That's right.
It's very confusing movie hopping and staying on the same file. Very weird. So yeah, she screams out Mike when the car peels out and he smashes his head on the windowsill. So we have to do some little. She's got to take care of my baby here.
Oh,
and we're
yeah,
in this fucking chair, and she sits in the recliner with him and like starts kind of kissing on him and whatnot. And he goes, "It's basically." Seems kind of strange, no? Fucking on my father's old recliner and all.
And then he's like, oh, one day we're going to have to try the bed.
Yeah, why don't we try the bed for once? Oh, fuck.
Dude, man, just pure living room sex. That's how exciting this couple is.
My question is,
if we did it on the bed, maybe you could go down on me. Maybe it would be nice. I don't know.
Well, maybe
she can go down on him in that fucking recliner. What are you talking about?
I used to go down on your mom in a bed like this.
What 1989 Cialis is this guy popping? Is my question.
That's true.
That's a good call.
Man, at his age, drinking as much as
I
he
think
is.
he just like ties a stick on it or something.
Got it.
Some twine. No, it's hard.
He's got a splint. He's got a splint on it.
They just got to do this and until it gets hard. And then I can take off this piece of wood that's attached to my penis.
It's scaffolding.
Yes.
It's just to encourage it. You understand?
We're doing it Red Badge of Courage style. One
Yes.
splint with a
Exactly.
rapid string around.
Gotta
it.
set the boner.
He is. I double checked it. He was 56 making this movie, and yeah, man, smoking and hanging out on a lot of beaches with fucking suntan oil on your face. I mean, he was a hard 57.
And in getting your energy from stray pieces of kielbasa and jalapeno pizza. I don't know, man.
Well, Chris, they forgot the jalapeno that's mentioned.
Oh, so it's just extra kielbasa.
I do like how the movie does have, it really lets itself air out when we're just talking about one of the toppings was missing on the pizza. It
Absolutely,
makes it feel
dude.
lived in.
The
Yeah.
guy is so disappointed. He's like, "Oh man, I'm not going to be shitting blood tonight. There's no jalapenos on my pizza." But this, finally, guys, here we go. I know you've been so excited to talk about it. The big scene with the big TV.
Oh God.
Because we go up to the mother's place on a Saturday afternoon or whenever it is, and he's like, "You know what? Let's settle things, you and I. I got this enormous television for you." She's like, "Well, I don't want this TV." He's like, no, shut up. And he's putting it on. He puts it on top of two other TVs she has, by the way.
No, there's a
Oh
microwave.
no, dude! It is a microwave. It is a TV on top of a microwave. He takes the old TV off and proceeds to put the new TV on top of the microwave.
If you have
Exactly.
TV on top of a microwave, you've probably been to Golden Corral. Oh yeah, you could try the cheese fountain or whatever they have.
Oh,
baby.
But yes, it's just 19 inches of TV wonder right here. And he turns it on, and she's like, "Channel 8 don't even work. Look at that. I watch Channel 8 all the time. It comes in fine on my TV." And he's like, whatever, changes the
Well, no,
channel.
he says very funny, very humorously, "Nobody gets Channel 8," which is very humorous to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
He turns on what is the Happy News TV show. And it's some fucking asshole news anchor with like sunglasses and a hat on for some reason. And this is Scheider's best delivery in the movie. He looks straight at the TV and just goes, "This guy's an asshole." But yeah, so he sees, we're looking at wedding footage from the pitcher's wedding around here. Silveretto. He finds, oh yeah, they were married on July 4th. That's what it is. The TV broadcast is like praising the marriage of this pitcher and his new wife.
The broadcast is being headed by this guy in this goofy headgear.
That's what I say. He's wearing like sunglasses and a weird hat.
But it's like connected, isn't it? Like,
do you think it's like a fucking beer helmet?
yeah, that's what I kind of thought.
Awesome.
Like that. I have no idea what this fucking thing is, but I was like I rewound it to try to figure out what this thing is.
Dude, Chris Gavin, drunk news. Let's do that.
I
will fucking do
That's
that.
awesome.
Absolutely.
that seems about right. And like, yeah, news at 10. You got married recently. Here's your video.
Uh-huh.
And the killer is up in. We find out the killer was up in this.
News at 10, I'm going to be sick tonight.
Yeah, so he excused himself from having a fucking this boy's life fight with his mother-in-law. And
Maybe giving someone a television set doesn't mean something
my
anymore.
Oh, dude,
God.
he is driving back with this is when he drops her off at the movies. He's driving his wife off. He's like, "Listen,
Right.
I can't go to the movie. I just figured something out about this big case. But your mother could have been a little bit nicer about the television set, is all I'm saying." And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "She could have said thank you." Is what that's what I'm getting at.
There was no, "Oh, Mike, that was so thoughtful of you." There was none of that. He's kvetching about this for a while.
Roxy, I still want to get married to you. So don't worry about that. But you just need to know going into it that, listen, not saying thank you for a brilliant television gift like that. Your mother's a fucking bitch. What do you want me to say? She was just like this in high school. I tried to give her a radio in high school. Turned me down there, too.
This is the most 50-year-old argument they have. Like, this is definitely like, she's not grateful enough is the issue.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's the problem here. So get out of here, and maybe I'll fuck your mother later. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Peepaw. Thanks for dropping me off at the movies, you curmudgeonly fuck. Whatever.
I'm going to go see this Gene Hackman movie that nobody's seen.
Right. That's the other one playing. And that's directed by the same director, right?
Yes, Paul Masterson's.
It's a Paul Masterson double feature at this movie
That's
house.
awesome.
He didn't direct Kansas.
He didn't? Oh, I thought he did.
That's just a
writer.
screenwriter.
Okay.
Oh,
Same writer.
got it. Okay.
What was the title of that one? The Hackman?
Full Moon in Blue Water.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the one Hackman's in?
Yes.
Have you
That's
seen
a-
it, Chris?
I have not. It's on YouTube. It looks kind of it's him like managing a Bayou bar. It looks like I might be into
And
it.
isn't,
I
like-
know what I'm doing on YouTube tonight.
I think
Full-
is Burgess Meredith in that too?
It's Burgess Meredith and Terry Garr is his wife.
What?
Full Moon and Blue Water sounds like the category in Wheel of Fortune I'd be the worst at, which is before and after, where it's like two things smashed together. You go, Full Moon in Blue Water. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Like it's just like that. It's like two
You're
phrases
totally
smashed
right.
together. I'm always the worst at that.
Thank you, Pat.
Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
He goes to interview the player's wife.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I was about to read the plot description for Full Moon
Oh,
and Blue
please.
Water.
Let's
If
go.
humor me for a
No,
moment. here.
let's pull over. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's
you got
pull
to.
over.
Well, listen. This movie Night Game wants it to be 2 movies in 1 movie. This
Yeah.
podcast episode is going to be 2
Exactly.
episodes in 1
Let me
episode.
Sure.
put the indicator on. Okay, we can pull over.
A Texas bar owner misses his missing wife while living with his elderly father-in-law, ex-mental patient, and female employee who loves him. High taxes forced the low sale of the bar, but this is written terribly. But employees learn a new bridge will raise property values. This description is so poorly written. I don't know what the movie's
Is that
about.
AI? That
Listen,
sounds like an AI
the
description.
Bar is closing, but there's that. You hear about that new bridge? It might raise the property value.
Yes.
Well, now they got this trailer going on here that's playing. And we got some dead bodies here.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this the same movie?
Well, I
Maybe it's
know
not the same
Gene
movie.
Hackman's still alive. I guess you saw Burgess Meredith.
So whatever.
Anyway,
He goes to this lady's place, and I really feel like he just wants to get a look at this pretty lady, kind of a thing. And he's just
well, I think he's a big baseball fan. He wants to see how the pitcher lives too.
and basically asks them about the timeline of her marriage and blah blah blah. And then he sees this wedding photo, and he's like, "Do you mind if I keep this?" And she's like, "Yes." Can I say yes that I do mind? He's like, well, I'll bring it back in a couple of days. I need something. Who is this gentleman? She's like, oh, I never saw that guy before. And
Who's the shy guy? He
Yes.
says, which is very funny.
Is it to prove who did the murders with the baseball team? Oh no! This has to do with my father, my criminal father. You understand?
You see, sweetheart, you're getting your movies mixed up here.
This is Paul Gleason's brother up here in the corner. I know him anywhere.
I realized, by the way, the page for Full Moon and Blue Water is for some reason automatically playing the trailer for that Gene Hackman movie with Morgan Freeman and Thomas Jane's in it. What the fuck is this called?
Excuse me.
There's a murder here. We didn't do this as an episode, but I feel like we kind of talked about it at one point. Morgan Freeman and Thomas Jane are cops that are kind of onto Gene Hackman about something.
What? I have no idea.
I
what
just
that is.
Googled it. And I guess it's Under Suspicion from
Yes,
2000.
thank you.
Oh, okay.
Under Suspicion is the movie that's playing on this page.
Okay.
So it makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Who knows?
But yeah, so he spies. There's a guy in the wedding photo that's like off in the corner.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be like part of the festivities there. And so he says, "Who's that guy?" She says, "Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember seeing him or whatever." Meanwhile, cut back to this movie theater. She's just standing outside waiting for this guy who ain't coming.
Yeah. Well, it's the world before cell phones. What the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
What in the world do you do?
Well, you
And I mean,
take a
look,
ride from Davie and then go dancing.
But this has sort of happened before. Oh, no, this is happening now. So she decides to. Yeah, she gets a ride from Davie, and she just goes dancing. I mean, like, hey, listen, this is what happens when you're dating
Yep.
a younger woman, dude. They're a spicy bunch. You want somebody that's gonna just go to the movies and go back to bed. You should date this woman's mother, which you already did.
Maybe date both of them. Same time.
I do like there's a cool shot of, because he calls in and he says to the radio operator, because I guess this is what you're doing
Yes.
before cell phones. You're radioing.
Yes.
You're radioing to the office where there is a phone. He asks the woman, "Hey, call my house, and if you get Roxy on the horn, let me know where she is or whatever. I'm trying to get her. Can't find her. So he's driving this car on the boardwalk,
Mhm.
and there's a cool shot of we follow her. She walks into the club, and as soon as she goes through like up the steps, Scheider pulls into frame in the car. It's one of those cool like ships in the night, just missed each other
Right.
kind of things, which was pretty
And
nice looking.
Then he's looking for her all around and like following other women that sort of look like her.
Yes, but we see her like dancing in this club. There's this one. She walks in at one point. You catch this? She's like, "Oh, hey, Carlo," and it's just some dude, a full-on Steve Sanders mullet in full effect.
Oh, sure.
happening.
Oh, yeah,
He looks
baby.
really fucking great. And then she starts dancing with this dude, Andy. Did you guys get a read on this fella?
No,
I
I
did not.
didn't.
This is the actor Kevin Page, who we know him playing Stu Charnak from Seinfeld, one of the NBC executives.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're having like a little sexy dance or whatever.
What
and
was
we
his
sort of hear,
dad's last name? Was it Book? Kevin
What?
Book. Here's
Oh,
my son,
Kevin
Kevin
Page.
Page. All right, we don't have to pull over for this one. Let's get back.
We keep going.
But we hear, so the movie starts kind of dropping some clues as to what
Yes.
the motivation might be, because we hear, oh, Barretto gets another win over the radio. And
Yeah.
as soon as that happens, we have this shot of Roxy using a payphone and killer POV from the
Yes.
same car pulling up. Again, we're driving on the fucking beach or whatever happens in this town.
It's awesome.
And like she's like talking on the phone, and then some guys like, "Are you gonna be long?" She gets into an argument, and then
She's not even, thank you for mentioning the guy for a second,
Yeah.
Steve. This woman is not in this phone booth
No.
for 30 seconds. And this guy's acting like he's been tapping his toe for 5 minutes outside.
This dork, what a piece of shit. How about you kill some men for once, fella?
Also, the phone booths are everywhere. It was
Yes.
back in the fucking 80s, man. They're everywhere.
and
No, Chris. This shitty boardwalk only payphone.
Bullshit.
Luckily enough, an even drunker woman, but is luckily blonde,
Yes.
walks past her, and now we follow her into like the warehouse district. This is when it's getting creepy. She takes her shoes off because she got high heels or whatever, and like the lights go on, the truck lights go on. He's chasing her. She goes into this abandoned place. We get this abandoned warehouse or whatever the fuck it is. We get an honest to goodness Home Alone step
Yep.
on a nail scenario.
Oh,
I
God.
think what this looks like, because when you see the structure like during the day, I
Yeah.
think this is we're building new condos or hotels or something. Like this is a construction
Yeah.
site
Mhm.
It
is
seems
what's
so.
going on.
But she steps on a
Um,
nail, and
God.
then the killer drops an iron on her head from above.
A bunch of ornaments too, a bunch of cracked ornaments.
That's right.
She's just in pain the whole time.
And here come the paint cans.
Hey, lady, do you give up or are you thirsty for more?
What a fun killer.
Well, you know what? I'm not alone in here. My good friend Michael Jordan will help me.
Let's get out of here.
She's hand over handing it over a rope bridge to try to get somewhere.
I do love this weird, and again, it is out of a completely different movie, though.
the pigeon lady shows up.
Yeah, totally.
Nah.
Yeah, this killer gets a bunch of bird shit in his mouth. No. The phone booth shenanigans here is cut in half by this quick
Oh man,
shot to Roy Scheider with Baby, and he's asking Baby like, "Hey,
dude,
who's monitoring shit wherever this kid's eating a sandwich?" And Roy Scheider goes into this whole thing about like, this island used to be completely underwater, and then a fucking tidal wave blew over the seawall.
it's an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Yes,
To this
yes.
guy, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's this kid who vomited from seeing a cut throat. You're telling him about this shit?
He goes, "Even the graveyards gave up their dead that night." And I was like, are you the old man at the beginning of The Fog?
Yeah.
What are you
There were
doing?
Yes, he is.
bodies everywhere.
Hey, baby, why don't you cool it with the eating on the job? Okay, like
Yep.
like some if you get hungry, get peckish, have an apple. You're gonna see bloody shit. You're gonna hawk that sandwich right up.
Exactly, dude. He's chopping a big fucking ham sandwich in this scene. Very weird. But yeah, so this woman chased through. I like when she's being slowly chased by the car right here and she's running in the headlights. Kind of reminded me, did you guys get the vibe of the opening shot of Kiss Me Deadly?
Never
Oh,
saw it.
I guess
A
so.
little bit.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think
I can
about
see
it,
that.
but yeah, maybe.
Just kind of reminded me of that a little bit. I don't know. That's a great movie, Steve. You should check it out at some
Beautiful
point.
movie.
But yeah, so steps on the nail, killer comes towards her. At this point, this guy from far away kind of is giving off Mark Boone Jr. vibes a little bit. And yeah, just whatever this device is right here. Again, it's a just like a fucking gun.
Yeah.
And screaming, yada. And they do a cool, like, it's the outline of the construction site at night and then right to, daytime. So it's a nice dissolve shot there.
And so the next day we find the dead body, and this is when Paul Gleason and Scheider finally go at it. Like, you sent people to my house, and he like punches him in the face, and it's like, yeah, because you're like, I don't know, I think you're still in the mafia. Like, I don't know what you want. It's like, it seems like you're still in the mafia.
But what is that? A helicopter landing?
Dude, and here's the thing. Here's Lane Smith, welcome back to the movie, as Lamar with this helicopter entrance. And I'm like, I don't know, man. You're the guy coming from the governor's office. You're in the CIA or whatever, and you're supposed to like help this case along. Maybe don't land the helicopter that's blowing shit everywhere
Yes.
50 feet from the crime scene.
You literally just turned this into an unsolved murder. Like,
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
fucking, there's no physical evidence left, you idiots.
Dude, Lane Smith comes in blazing in this movie though, because like Scheider's like yelling at him about something, and he's just like, ha! Now let me straighten you out before you go all half cocked here, and just like lays down the law as to who he is, why he's here. It's a big fuck you to Roy.
But it's great too. He's like, we got 4 dead bodies in 2 months. Actually, it's 5 dead bodies in 4.5 months. And he's like, well, whatever. That's fine. It's just like,
I appreciate that, but fuck you. Okay, so understand that first of all. It's fuck you.
It's like Roy's like, it's too late for decoys. He's starting to change. He's like, well, from where I'm sitting, you're sitting in the back seat.
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah.
All I've ever wanted was Lane Smith in this movie, and it just doesn't happen.
This is it. This is essentially it. I mean, I do like that his role is to be like, now listen here, we're gonna come in here. This is a baseball slasher movie. No more nonsense about Paul Gleason and your criminal father. None of that shit. We are doing a slasher movie about a baseball nut.
Y'all want to work on one plot line at a time, you see.
You're trying to make 3 movies at once, so now everybody's just jamming into each other. Nothing gonna get done. Ain't nothing gonna get done.
Governor sent me down here to straighten out this movie.
And boy, does he fail, because the next scene is we are stopping this movie dead to have a Cassavetes argument in a bridal shop over the size of the wedding, and the mother-in-law's taking over the planning. This isn't for this movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Why?
But hey, we get to debate the TV again.
Well, because
bringing that up.
Because Scheider's pissed off because he's kicked off the case. Like, take a couple days off. And if I was Scheider's like, oh no, I've been taking this whole fucking week off. I don't know. I've been doing whatever I wanted.
I had a fun walk on the beach with my bride to be. We were getting into some shenanigans in the water. There's that quick little scene that they have. So yeah, he's been kind of kicking his feet up.
But it's like, all right, so now he's at the bridal shop, and they find a dress, and he's just like, I don't understand, this wedding's getting so big. Your mother's telling me I have to bring this people and that people. 60 people at a wedding. My gosh. And I'm like, that's not that big of a I mean,
but it doesn't. No, Steve, it doesn't matter, because I find this so offensive. Like, parents that butt in like this, get a fucking life. Get an absolute fucking life in any way you can. This lady's taking this over, and it's like clearly living vicariously through this daughter and whatever. And
because she wants to marry him because she fucked him fucking 30 years ago.
Yes, sure. Yeah, well, it was when the Beach Boys were putting out good singles they were fucking.
And like, they both love the wedding dress. It's beautiful, yada, yada. But she comes in and she's like, where's the train? You need a train for all the little kiddies to carry
the kids.
it.
Oh, my so-and-so second cousin once removed. Get fucked, lady.
It is a get fucked. I mean, but this is what you got to be a little bit more strategic there, 60-year-old man, and pull your fucking girlfriend aside. Like, we can't be having all these people at the wedding, sweetheart. This is going to be ridiculous. Go talk to your mother. You guys have a nice cup of coffee, and you talk to her and tell her that this isn't going to happen. Instead of being like, oh, what the fuck happened to that TV, you dumb bitch? It's like, all right,
she starts doing, and he's like doing asides to like this horrified saleswoman. He's like, I bought her a fucking TV. You see how she treats me?
Dude, that girl in playing the bridal shop salesperson here has one of the best performances in the movie, because it's nearly silent, and most of it is her wide-eyed and mouth agape staring at these people.
Yeah.
It's incredibly funny.
Well, she has a great story for her husband when she gets home.
Oh, you know who she reminded me of? Remember, oh God, in Society, like the sexy girl's mom who's just like a John Waters.
Oh yes, yeah, totally.
This lady kind of reminded me of that, because she's not talking, and they're actually talking to her. Like, can you believe her with the TV and whatever else? And she's like, grrr, like mouth open, quiet.
I do love the line where the mother-in-law is like, "What'd you buy it on a paper?" She's like, "Yes, I did, as a matter of fact." She's like, "All right, so it's been 3 days. What are you, $10?" And he's like,
Oh, right.
And then he's like, "You know what? Leave it outside the front door." And that's what he keeps saying over and over as he's leaving. He's
Yes.
like, outside, and he starts mouthing it.
Yes, he
like,
stops and
dude.
turns back while in the doorway, mouthing front door.
That one, the evil mouthing looked. I swear to God, I would have put money on after he mouths front door, he does the like or else thumb across the throat thing.
Yep.
He's getting so salty about this team.
I mean, it turns out he could be the killer, right? Look at this guy.
What a twist that would be.
There's no one else I know that loves night games.
and then something.
He starts piecing it together.
Yes,
right here,
yeah, and
it's
basically
like,
the idea, it's always been a night game. It's always a win, and it's always a Barretto. This guy Barretto wins.
that's how he comes through. He has this little Sherlock moment. He goes, yeah. Every time Barretto wins, I lose. Wait a minute. Every time Barretto wins, I lose. Hello.
And the random reporter who had came up late,
Earlier on,
30 minutes ago, comes back and is like, "Well, I got this computer here that will tell you what your movie's about. If you want to, here, we're going to type it in here." And yeah, it turns out, yep. When he wins, it turns out a lady dies. That's what your movie's about. That's
But the fun house was there's another guy named like Borrego on the
Yes.
team who got the win that night, but the guy kept calling him Barretto, and like our hero, our serial killer, got confused and killed on the wrong night, which I find fucking hilarious.
It's very
very funny.
especially since he was on the team.
Yes, exactly. Wouldn't you know the difference between Borrego and Barretto at that point, or whatever the two names are?
There's also something, because I think the game that they're speaking about here is the game that's happening when he goes to Andy's boathouse.
Yeah.
And what you hear the announcers say, because the guy fucks it up on the radio too, because he says that the win was for Barretto.
Yes.
And then the other announcer is like, actually, Barretto only played 4 innings or whatever it was. And then the other guy relieved him and he pitched the majority of the game. It's his win or whatever. And I guess like the killer just turned it off before that correction happened.
I just imagine like Gacy being brought into jail. Actually, Cynthia Smith, that wasn't a real one. I'm sorry about that one. That wasn't my calendar. It didn't line up the right way. I meant it. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was one I meant. I wanted to kill her younger son, but then I killed her by accident. So that's on me.
Look, I've admitted to you to killing 20 women, all right? Like, obviously, if I'm telling you I didn't kill that one, what difference does it make? Of course I didn't.
Look,
why would I lie about that? I told you I killed 20 women.
I swore to God the house was in the 5th moon. I really thought it was. It was not. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, like all these. I mean, obviously the tired serial killer trope of like whatever. It's like I kill on nights, and you know what I mean. Whether it's the moon or this one, it's night
They're
games.
sticklers.
It is kind of funny to watch somebody fuck it up. It is pretty good.
That's great. Rarely does that happen, like an oopsie, a serial killer oopsie.
Right.
Oh shit! I thought. God damn! I thought she was a twin. I only killed fuck. I really thought. No, that girl looks a lot like her. Okay, no, I see it now. Yeah.
Son of a bitch, her best friend looks exactly. Oh, they're cousins. God damn it.
Zodiac comes up to a car. Oh, you don't have a date? It's just you in this car. I there's no woman here. Okay.
Is someone getting dropped off to meet you to sit in this car with you? Because I'll wait.
Because I put the bag on my head and everything. I mean,
I clean it every time I do this, so it's brand spanking new.
The son of Sam comes back to his Bronx apartment. The dog is barking. Do not start with me. Yes, I know I fucked it up. Okay, I don't need to hear from you that I fucked this one up.
Woof woof. You should listen to me more. Woof woof. So what? Here we get like we're playing pool with
chief,
Captain Heart
yes.
Attack. Yeah.
It is. I mean, like again, and I don't know if I hope it was just the character, but like, man, this guy is holding on to life at every moment.
He really is. This was the scene I was really worried for him because he's got the cue in his hand. It's like,
yeah.
What do you want? Gah!
It's been a couple decades since the chase. Richard Bradford is not looking as good as he used to.
And it's it's really embarrassing too, because like he's wasted and he's like, "You think I'm a chicken shit, chicken liver coward, don't you? Don't you, Roy Scheider?"
It's like the governor. I just do whatever the governor says, and he's like, "Well, yeah, but I also ran this notebook, and guess what? Paul Gleason's crooked. Remember the first movie we were in? Yeah, Paul Gleason's actually crooked, and that's what this notebook proves." He's like, "You lucky son of a bitch! This guy's my favorite."
You know what?
It's a awesome way he reveals it though, because he's like, "This is the number that came up the most. Call that number."
Oh,
And
that's
so
right.
the chief calls it, and this woman,
It's Paul Gleason on a houseboat, by the way.
Paul
Yes.
Gleason on a houseboat.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Does she bring him the phone,
Yes.
or does Paul? Because
The
that's
phone's
the other
out
thing.
there. She's coming out with
The
like
pho-
a drink or something.
Oh yeah, you're right. And it's like he just listens for a second, realizes it's Gleason, and hangs up. I realized though the other funny thing is there is all that shit where Scheider, man, there are just two movies here where he's telling the chief, he's like, because he has it's not the registration, it's like the make and model of Gleason's boat. And he's like, "You think a cop on our salaries
Yes.
can afford that kind of a boat or whatever?" Like adding more onto the successful pimp subplot.
Yes, but because also, yeah, Scheider's still fucking is really sweating this TV, dude. I mean, honestly.
I love Paul Gleason hanging up the phone here. He goes, "How would you like to kiss my black cat's ass?"
That's a good one.
It's a very Paul Gleason fucking delivery there.
Well, I'll be damned.
And but then Roy Scheider's like, "Well, that's one movie solved. I still got to solve the other movie. I'll be back in a little bit." He's like, "Come on, you still have a drink with me." No. I got the other movie to fix.
I'm
Now,
going to the ball game.
Now, Chief, you know this sweating, this cursing, this crying you're doing. That's the reason why you are not fucking the daughter of a woman you used to fuck. Okay, that's why the Big Papa does the big game. You know.
Let's lay off the kielbasa pizzas. Let's put the beer down. Let's get a mineral water going here.
Yes, and then one day you will fuck a 19-year-old. We swear.
when Scheider goes to meet with the sports writer and they're looking through the statistics or whatever, and he's figuring this all out, he also, the way they sort of figure out who it is this is insane, because he's asking the sports writer later, like, Barretto, that's what Scheider goes to the Astrodome. He goes to the game and he's in the press box with this writer, and he's like, "Hey, when Barretto was moved up, as a starter, did they have to switch him out with somebody? Did someone have to leave the team to make room for Barretto?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, actually, it was this guy Epps." "Oh yeah, Epps. What was the thing with that guy? Yeah, he got fired, and then what was it?" The sports writer's trying to think. He's like, "What was the other? Oh yeah, on the bus out of town, he got T-boned and lost his hand in the
They had
accident."
to amputate his pitching hand.
Sounds like we got a winner. I'll say
Dude,
that.
Which
I mentioned this recently. I don't remember what episode it was on, but once again, this is Chris Farley as the security guard in Wayne's World, with all the information dumping out of his mouth right here.
but also like, all right, so this causes you to be like, "Oh my, I'll have my revenge. I'm gonna kill attractive blonde women on nights that you win."
Uh-huh.
Like, wouldn't you either A, kill Barretto, B, kill the coach that fired
Or
you, or
kill
the
his-
general manager, or start killing off the players? Something.
Kill
You
his
know what I mean?
wife. His wife is a blonde woman.
Excuse me, guys. This would all take a lot of work. What you're talking about, getting through the security of the people in front of this
That's
would
true.
take a lot of work. Women walking to their cars on the beach do not have
It
this.
is so much easier to kill strangers. I'm writing
It
that
is.
down.
It is. And if you're just this guy who's like taking pills and drinking all the time, then yeah, you just are like, yeah, I'll just kill. All I have to do is make sure I keep. And he can't even do that. He can't even keep charge of what the thing he's going to kill over
Yes,
is.
exactly.
So, don't give him anything more than that.
Taking pills and drinking all the time. He's for me. He's me for real. You know.
There is a thing here that, like, it should be kind of like a we're racing against the clock sort of thing here, but like one of the things that's kind of a bummer is, aside from like some exquisite uses of saxophone in the film, the score's kind of a dud.
Yes.
So during this whole thing where it's like he's racing to get to Epps' house, they're gonna pick up Epps, and like he's listening to the Astros game on the radio, and he's actively rooting against them right here, because if they win,
Yes.
there will be a murder, and like, so an Astros like has a nice hit, like, it's gonna go over the wall, and he's like, hook, foul, all this shit, and then he gets pulled over, and it should be like, oh, these cops are wasting his time. You know,
Yes.
don't they know who he is? He's got to get there, but like, it's just he gets pulled over.
Yes.
And it's kind of slow and quiet. You know, sorry about that, Lieutenant. We didn't know. And he's like, well, you're just doing your job,
I
boy.
know.
Let me put my blinker on and safely pull back out of the road.
The movie pulls over in the
Yeah.
climax.
Wouldn't there be a thing where like he calls the Astros like, listen, you got to do anything you can, but you can't play Borrego tonight. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
or like, you know, say that there's a fucking delay for some
Yes.
reason, you know.
Like get the Astros involved, but no, and like I don't even know how he winds up just coming upon. I mean, like his girlfriend has had a what do you call it there? A bullseye on her back because she's blonde the entire movie.
Right.
And he's like he finds the mother because they're still like kind of on the outs after the whole wedding shopping incident, and like
At some point, Roxy says that the wedding is postponed because he, quote, oh fuck, what is it? He not hit, but like a knocked around my mother or something, but she just means the fight. Oh,
Yes.
what is the line? And I was like, that's a weird way to put that.
He-
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it is. The wedding's postponed because he attacked my mother.
Nice. That's awesome.
But they're just talking about the TV argument.
Well, verbally.
Well,
he
dude,
attacked her.
we never saw what happened with that front door.
that's
Also,
true.
yeah.
Where's that 3-hour cut where he's smacking her?
True.
yeah, actually, maybe there was a deleted scene where he did fucking
Yeah.
throw the
He
TV
closed
at her
his
or
hand,
something.
dude.
Oh no, he threatened to do it and then he did it.
But he's actively trying to find Roxy at this point because they raid Epps's house. Epps is not home, but there's a bunch of fucking psycho newspaper clippings all over the place.
Mhm.
So that doesn't bode well. So now he's like, gotta find my gal Roxy is the idea. And while that's going on, Barreto does get the win. So and again, you're sitting there like, Barreto got the win. A murder is on for tonight.
Yes.
Like, this should be thrilling. And the score is just like, boop, boop. It's like there's no urgency to any of this.
No.
Like
Huh.
if this was a better crafted movie, like the suspense could be there. It's absolutely
I can't even get a stitches out Sill. Like I can't
Yeah.
get something, some
Stitches
nice,
out.
some big roaring like climax. He wants to kill Sill now. That's what he wants to do.
Yes,
Like anything like that. But no.
Yeah.
It's just she's drunk and he wants to kill Scheider's wife.
Mhm.
Right. So it turns out he's at the same bar as Roxy. I gotta tell you, man, like, yeah, bummer about your hand and whatnot, but like publicly vandalizing like this bar, like carving shit into it. Not cool. I know you're a serial killer, but not cool, man.
He's got to blow off some steam somehow.
yeah, that's true.
That's better than killing women, although he's going to do both, isn't he?
Well,
He's
yeah,
gotta
double
go.
dipping.
Speaking of heavy breathing in this movie, he's like staring at this woman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a guy at a
So-
bar.
Someone's like, "You all right, man?"
Oh man, yeah. He's breathing just like when the chief is looking at a thing. Same way, just exactly the same.
And then this is like, I doubt we're trying to say something here, but I don't know why we execute this like final cat and mouse this way. Like, she's at a crowded bar and
Mhm.
this dude's looking at her, and then she gets spooked and like walks through the kitchen, and then like there's people there
Yep.
too, obviously, whatever, but then like goes outside alone. And I was like, stay in the bar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Stay.
What are you doing? There's like 60 people all around.
Nose right up to that bartender. Right, that's where you want to be. Meanwhile, we're doing like a. I think Scheider has called. It's like, oh, the guy's name is Flynn or whatever the fuck it is.
Epps,
and
yeah.
Epps, it's
Floyd
Epps.
Epps.
Floyd Epps, and they go to his house and they find basically it is a Finkel and Einhorn kind of esque what do you
Big
call it
time,
there?
Yeah.
What do you call it? Not montage. God damn it.
Collage.
Collage. Thank you. Of all like
Yeah, no, it's like I said, he's got the newspaper clip.
Yes, yeah.
in the house. Yeah. It's man, all of this is getting me kind of interested in maybe an Ace Ventura revisit. It's
Hell yeah.
been at least I don't know,
It's-
15 years since I've seen that
Same.
movie.
That
Same.
ending is rough, but that is a megawatt performance. Like
Is it like with the ending and everything and Einhorn being
Yes.
Finkel, is is the whole movie littered with transphobia, or is it just
No,
it's
it's
a
just
little
a
that
section.
quote twist at the end
here
of it?
and there.
You get some stuff of it. It's all of the '90s stuff that you come to
Yes.
expect is there. That specific stuff doesn't happen till towards the end.
Because that's like all the guys are puking.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone's
There's
vomiting.
also
Dude.
he learns about it beforehand, before revealing it to everyone, who then vomits
Yes.
whatever, and he's like burning his clothes or something.
Oh,
Mhm.
and does
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
remember what is playing when he's
the
burning
the
his
crying
clothes?
game song.
Yes,
yeah.
the song from the
Of
Crying
course.
Game.
Oh, fuck.
It's just
that's
everybody
nice.
get it.
It's a shame that both Ace Ventura movies are totally marred with problems
Oh man, the second one.
That
is
second one
nuts.
is a mind
because it's a fun character.
Yes, it is.
It's a fun character in two really
Unfortunate.
dicey movies.
Unfortunate, yeah.
But yeah, so he is just kind of creeping around. They go outside onto the pier and he attacks her right here. And it's not funny, but boy, I had to laugh because this is just poor movie logic right here. Like, you're telling me she's banging on these fucking
Yes.
windows, and all I could think about was Rick Moranis.
Yes,
in
exactly.
Ghostbusters, because nobody in the restaurant like goes to help, and they're like, "Oh, look, this big fucking meathead Rob Reiner looking dude is attacking this woman. Let's just sit and see how this plays out."
And it's not like it's like a section, like a different section of the restaurant. It's like where you
Right.
go to take a smoke break. Like,
Yes.
everybody is paying attention to this area. Like, it makes
They're
no
all
sense.
just watching this woman be assaulted, and then like Roy Scheider comes in. He's like, "Hey, why is no one helping my girl? What the fuck's going on?"
we thought that we thought they were dating. We don't
Wouldn't
know.
people be on high alert because of all the blonde women that keep getting murdered, the governor's getting involved, et cetera, et cetera?
That's-
Yeah.
You know what's
well,
funny is
She should have had a gun, all right?
I
that's
think you're
true.
totally right, Steve. And I think why that shit is absent from this, because it's like you pointed out already, my friend, any kind of mention about like stuff we have to do that will handicap the town's GDP in any
Yes.
way, you know what I mean? Like the income for the
Uh-huh.
town or whatever. Like, you can't do that because it's just too much Chief Brody from Jaws and Close of the Beaches. So it's like everything's open. No one in this town is really scared about what's going on. The only instance you ever even get of that is when Roxy says to the mother, like, "I want to go listen to some live music," and walks off, and she's like,
Yeah.
"You be careful out there." Like, that's kind of it. But you're right. Like, this town should be walking on eggshells.
And
here.
a blonde woman should be wearing hats. You know what I mean? Like,
Or stop
Exactly.
dyeing their hair.
mm-hmm,
Oh, shave it. Just go bick it. You know,
mm-hmm.
Sinead O'Connor it.
I do love he goes to confront this guy, and like, this dude has a fucking murderous hook hand to your betrothed's neck here, and you come out and you biff this guy's name. 'Cause
Yes.
he's like, he comes out, he's like, "All right, Lloyd," and he's like, "Floyd, my name is Floyd."
Aren't you-
And like, that could be the ball game right there, Roy Scheider.
And Roy's obsessed with baseball and the Houston Astros. He doesn't know this. Come on.
Yeah, like, you know that guy. What are you talking about? Oh, it's fucking embarrassing. This guy's such a bad cop. It's great. And, you know, they kind of get into it here. Epps throws Roy Scheider through this window. Pretty good Roy Scheider stunt double work here.
Yes.
And then he jumps
Nice
back
having like
up.
an actual stunt.
He jumps
Yes.
back up and tackles him on the back. It's fun. This is a
Meanwhile,
little
people are
fun
still like,
scene.
"Yeah, I'll take another Tom Collins." What's going on out there?
Is this the entertainment for the evening? This is
I
great.
thought they'd be in mud.
Oh shit, you have Magic Hat? Oh yeah, 3 of those. Yeah. Oh,
Maybe the Jello comes later. I don't get it. But he just fucking shoots this dude off the pier. It's that actor falling in the water.
It sure is.
I
He gets shot like
love-
3 times. It's pretty good.
I love a good waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Yeah,
guy
no,
falling into water, not an actual waterfall. I like a guy falling in water.
I gotcha, yeah. And that's kind of it, and it just sort of cuts to they do have the big wedding after all, is the idea.
Yes.
Like, the mother-in-law got the way. There's tons of people outside making a big stink over it.
that is going to be a hell of a speech at that wedding from that mother. Well, we both know what he's packing anyway.
I know the damage he can do down there, young lady.
He has such a cute dick, wouldn't you say, daughter?
Well, I really hope in the 30 years since we've gone, he lasts more than 3 minutes. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right?
I love the idea that the mother-in-law would be asked to get up and roast the
And
But-
yes, we never did a paternity test because why ruin the surprise, right?
Oh my god.
I also they rush out. It's a beautiful wedding. The mother-in-law gets her way, and apparently the Houston Astros were so thankful to this detective for saving the day by. I mean, if I'm the Astros, I'm like, I don't want my name anywhere near this shit. I don't know.
This
Like,
is a PR nightmare.
exactly.
I mean, I'm shocked that they even used the name in the movie. Major League Baseball was like, yeah, night game, yeah, like you can
Dude,
make it.
Great point, though, Eric. I have to say, I love that it's the Houston Astros. There's footage of like real players,
Yes.
real
yeah.
coaches at one point. You're in the Astrodome, RIPD. That fucking arena got a
Right.
bad deal at the end of the day. Like, that stuff all like really adds something that the movie needs,
Yeah.
because like you're really
In-
lacking in a lot
in
of other
the
areas.
early 90s, the MLB was getting nutty with it, right? Because the Naked Gun is the Angels, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
The fan is the Giants, I think,
Yes,
San Francisco
That
Giants.
sounds right. But Eric, you're right. They learned the lesson you were asking them to learn. They did. They actually got it. They're like, oh yeah, this makes us look terrible. We'll not do this again.
Right.
Well, do you know? Do you guys know it's the fucking nadir of that happening? Speaking of Major League Baseball, it is in a movie that I still believe is a stay tuned, even though I have not seen it in a very long time. The End of Anger Management with Adam Sandler and Nicholson.
What happens there?
It ends at Yankee Stadium, and we're
Yeah.
out on the field fucking around for some reason, and all of a sudden it's like, what do you think about that, Mayor Giuliani?
Oh,
And dude,
no.
it cuts to Rudy, and he's there at Yankee Stadium, and he's just like, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, like whatever it is. I don't remember
Yeah,
what it
whatever.
is.
Yeah.
Say the Sandman's like proposing to Marissa Tomei or something. I don't know what it is, but it's just like that, because that's the worst, because that movie came out in 2002. The whole fucking
Right.
America's Mayor thing, dude. Looking back on that movie now, that's got to be funny.
Mhm.
They do a similar thing in the remake of Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon when it's
Oh,
the
right.
Red,
Oh, really?
the Red Sox, and they bring out the mayor of Boston, which is Mark Wahlberg, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Wahlberg's in that movie. Though?
I completely forget. They bring out
Oh.
somebody at the end because I mean it's all in the fucking park. Most of that movie is in the fucking park.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, never bothered with Fever
No.
Pitch
And that
starring
seems to
Jimmy
be
Fallon.
where it started to wear off and they stopped
Yes.
doing shit. Because, like Major League was huge. They did a lot of
True.
the Rookie with the Cubs kid movie, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
right, yeah.
Rookie of the Year. That's
Rookie of the
actually
Year.
Cubs.
Yes.
Yep.
Previous episode.
Mhm.
Totally right. But yeah, they go to the Astrodome. Like they get in the car, and it's like the cans are being dragged behind. So you think like, oh, they're off to the honeymoon or whatever. No. We're going to the Astrodome because the Astros have hooked us up.
Yes.
Because I murdered their former player, got that guy off the streets.
Thank God.
Front row seats. She's still in the wedding dress. He's in the
They're
tux.
hanging up,
And I gotta feel.
hanging up the guy's jersey he just killed.
Oh yeah, they're retiring that number.
And then what's his face? The pitcher, Storego or whatever his name is, like, thank you. And he's like, no, thank you for the thrills. And I'm like, the thrills? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like the thrills of he likes, he thinks he's a good baseball
Okay.
pitcher, I think is what it is.
I would have been like, just an FYI, Storego, if you missed a couple of those, a couple of women would still be alive. You enjoy yourself tonight, though, pal.
Technically, you are so good at baseball, and that's great and everything. But your greatness is why they're deceased.
It's my wedding night. Could you just do me a favor and lose this game so that there isn't a copycat and I have to do something?
Yeah, totally. I don't want the phone going off at 2:00 in the morning. You understand? It is really great when this guy, Silveretto there, or whatever, goes. He's just finished like warm-ups, and they are ready to start the game. And he leaves the mound, and it's so great. There's two like Astros coaches, and the guy turns. He's like, "The hell is he doing?" Like this dude's fucking furious. But yeah, thanks for all the thrills. Close out on some credits. We're definitely using the John Carpenter font.
Nice. Yeah, I like
His
it.
end credits, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that's the movie. That's Night Game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
The first of what will be a few more listener requested episodes coming your way this month, of course. But big thanks, of course, to Ben from Wisconsin for calling this one in here. We'll go around the horn here. Final thoughts. Chris Cabin on Night Game, 1989.
Oh yeah, a huge recommend. A lot of fun. A hangout movie if there ever was one, because if you don't decide what movie you want to make, you are just hanging out with all these different kinds of movies, and
Sure.
it becomes a little bit more leisurely, and I kind of like that. Roy Scheider's just hanging out, and getting pissed at his mother-in-law. That's fantastic. And you know, I think it's made well. I think it moves pretty quick, pretty well. You know, I didn't all the storylines that get dropped were bothering me, but the pace of the thing, like I didn't feel like I was ever like stalled out on images. Like it kept on moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just enjoyed it quite a lot.
Steve Sadak.
You know, I guess I'm the lone man out here. I find the little. I liked it. I like the tone. I love Scheider. I mean, I just like watching. Roy Scheider is the reason this movie works even at all. Like his charisma, and I mean, you know, he's not exactly to throwing fastballs here, but he's still like in it. You know what I mean? Like, and he's
Yeah.
he cares. It's a light recommend for me. All the dropped plot lines. I could have used a little bit more of a gorier kill or something or something. You know, FYI, it was pretty fun. I had fun with it.
Yeah, Eric Siska.
Yeah, I think so it's just a straight recommend for me. I think I do lean a little towards Chris's opinion. I do. It's like a mangy movie, loose threads. It's a shaggy dog.
Shaggy.
But I had a great time just kind of hanging out with it. So it is a recommend for me.
Yeah, no, it's a recommend for me too. Yeah, it's a movie it's pretty sloppy and kind of like biffs that ending pretty hard. Because it's just kind of ridiculous that no one's helping that woman in a crowded restaurant like that. You should have shot that someplace else. It makes no sense. Get on the fucking roof. Do it there. Do that part there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She goes up for a smoke, and there he is. But whatever. No, this is just those fucking the sweaty ass dude shitty cop movies like this that has a big star. Like this reminded me of a less good Night Moves with Gene Hackman. Speaking of the hack, that's a great fucking movie. Speaking of fondue, there's fondue post coitus fondue in that
Sounds
movie.
awesome to me.
That's where he says,
Oh, man.
"Your erect nipples." Also, that's from that movie. So like, this is a less good. It's a weird because this is a movie, released in 1989. It feels like it would have had a better shot if it was made and released sometime in the mid to late 70s, because it feels like that kind of movie. You have Scheider in it, so that's kind of helping that. It's weird that this sort of movie exists in the way it does in 1989, because it feels like something that would have been, at the time, if you released it in the 70s, you'd be like, oh, it's a fucking Dirty Harry ripoff or kind of whatever. But as it is, it's kind of fun, man, I have to say. So recommend for me. You can find it streaming on Prime, I think, here in the States at least. That is going to do it for the first of what I've already said will be a few listener requested episodes this month. But if you want more We Hate Movies, of course, check out patreon.com/We Hate Movies, y'all. Because there are listener requested things going on over there as well, including Chris Cabin. This is a big one for you, man. The We Love Movies episode this month is going to be what?
The Fugitive, baby.
Yeah.
Finally going to Chi-Town.
We're going to be taking our Provasic. And,
Yes.
Another one-armed criminal, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck, you're right. How about
Those
that?
guys are always after people, huh?
Yeah, I mean, think about, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That guy had problems. And a hook hand. Or he was holding a hook. It wasn't a hook hand, though.
But
No.
it could have been.
Maybe in the sequel it was a hook. I don't know. Anyway, yes, that's going to be awesome. We have not recorded that yet. I'm very excited for it. The animation damnation, Steve, is we're going back to a cartoon we covered several years ago, if I'm remembering.
That is right. We were talking about Brave Star, which is a space cowboy something or other, where the horse is a man and it's terrifying. We haven't talked about this in a really long time. I'm excited to go back to it because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be ridiculous. I remember being like totally blown away that first episode we did, just being like, what is this movie? Or what is this cartoon, rather? How is this a thing? So that's going to be pretty great. And over on the Nexus, of course, we do have some specialty eps going on. We're doing a Voyager episode called The Thaw, which Michael McKean plays like a clown that's inside a computer system or something, and it's real obnoxious. Obnoxious fucking episode of Voyager. But it's like, it's McKean having fun, and so that'll be something there. And then we also drew the Strange New Worlds episode, Those Old Scientists, which I think is a really fun episode of Star Trek. You get some live action Jack Quaid and Tawny Newsome there playing their Lower Decks characters, which is an animated show, so that's kind of neat. See, fun how they juggle that whole thing. And then on the Gleep glossary, Eric Sisko, we have a patron requested Gleep that we have to glop about.
That's right. We're going to glop and gleep about what I'm hearing is now pronounced Savage Opress.
Oh.
So it's a Clone Wars TV show character. Remember how you folks always tell me that's a good show? Anyway, it's Darth Maul's brother, folks. Savage Opress, Savage Opress. However you say it, we're going to say it both ways on the Gleep glossary.
You got to say it like the Johnny Depp cologne. It's got to be Sauvage.
Savage. And just like that cologne, it's oppressing.
That cologne's got to smell like cigarettes and toilet water, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like literal toilet water, not ode to toilet.
Like the shit in his bed.
Oh, right. Oh, I forgot about Johnny's shitty bed.
Yeah.
But of course, folks, next week on We Hate Movies, which you can get, by the way, ad-free on Patreon at the $8 level and up if you're bumming on commercials that you've possibly heard here today. Anyway, We Hate Movies continues next week, ad-free or otherwise, with another listener-requested episode. Steve, what are we being made to watch, forced at gunpoint next week?
Well, it's kind of amazing because, I mean, all these were listener-requested episodes, but this is the only episode we've ever been paid $1 million to do, which is pretty incredible. Indecent Proposal.
Oh, I'd do that episode for $1 million.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I'm excited, man. I've never actually seen this movie.
I haven't seen it in like 25 years.
Yeah, I saw it as a kid. So
for all the wrong reasons.
I'm excited to see it again.
It's just one of those, like, parodied throughout pop culture endlessly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm excited to see the real deal next week when we're talking Indecent Proposal. Until then, I've been Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
Take it easy.